Come here, Samson. Hi! Say hi. This is Boomer, this is Samson. These are my yoga buddies. So if you guys have a strap, or you can use a towel also, but if you have something like this, or a towel will work also if you would like to use one, or just have one handy. And then some yoga blocks are also helpful to have. If you don't have yoga blocks, then something kind of lightweight, similarly shaped like this, like a shoebox, or even a book would be okay. For instance, there's like this thing that looks like a book that we have that's an empty container, but it's the same kind of size as my blocks, so something like that can be helpful. We're going to start seated, and you can begin in half lotus like me, you can begin in full lotus, or you can just have your ankles crossed, just any position where you can sit upright. And sitting nice and tall, lengthen through the crown of your head. Just turn your attention inward. Bring your awareness to your natural breath. Maybe this is the first time today you've had the opportunity to slow down, to just be with yourself. To look inward. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Not trying to change it or manipulate it in any way, just observe the natural rising and passing away of each inhale and each exhale. As you're observing your breath, you may notice that your mind kind of shifts in and out of being in the present moment and then going off with other thoughts coming to your mind, pulling you away from the present moment. It's our practice to bring our attention back to our breath over and over again, to keep our attention on our breath, on the present moment through our breath. But know it's natural for your mind to wander, so whenever that happens, just observe that your mind has wandered away. Bring your attention back. Focus on the next breath. Start again. Still keeping your attention inward and on your breath, we're just going to bring the intensity of the breath up a little bit by engaging Ujjayi pranayama, which is more of a forceful, heated breath, starting to build some heat in our body, get our bodies ready for our physical practice. So with your next inhale, deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up, and as you exhale, open your mouth and sigh out a heated breath. Empty all of your air out. Breathe out that last bit. Feel your low belly pull in as you push that last bit of air out. And then inhale, fill back up. A deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, open mouth, heated breath. Sigh it out, as if you would if you're fogging up a pair of glasses or fogging up a mirror. Inhale deeply through your nose, fill to the top. Feel your lungs expand, your shoulders rise. Exhale, breathe out, heated breath. Empty. And then pushing that last bit of air out, the low belly pulls in. Keep that low belly engaged. Inhale, feel the rib cage expand, but not the belly this time. Rib cage expands, then close your lips and exhale out through your nose. So it's that same heated breath, just a little less intense, at least on the side of hearing it. So you'll still hear the breath, it just won't be as loud as before. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Exhale out through your nose. Still keeping that loud resonant sound. And then find your way to your hands and your knees, staying connected to this breath. So in the inhale, open up, lift your chin, lift your heart. Exhale, round your back, tuck your belly, tuck your chin. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your heart. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale, one more time, round and tuck. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So as you root through your heels, pressing into your palms and fingertips, send your hips back and up. Press your chest towards your thighs. Keep the low belly active and engaged. You can even pedal the feet here, back and forth, side to side. Inhale, lift your tippy toes, look forward. Exhale, you can step or you can walk the feet, or later on I'll show you, we can even hop up. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen your spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Gaze forward, keep the low belly active. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Tuck your chin, gaze towards your belly. Inhale, root into your feet. Rise to standing, reach your arms over your head. Gaze up past your fingertips. Then exhale, Samastitihi. Arms can come to your sides, or you can bring your hands to heart center. So it's your choice, whichever one you feel resonates with you the most. But Samastitihi just means standing at the top of the mat, standing it ready. So we'll begin keeping the low belly active and the pelvic floor active. These are our bandhas. Mula bandha is at the base of the spine. Uddiyana bandha is that root lock, that low belly pulling in and up, scooping in and up, called the flying up lock. So we engage these bandhas and then keep our breath going strong as we start sun salutation A. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Gaze to your belly. Inhale, lift halfway, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop it back. Now you can lower the knees here for your first chaturanga. As you bend the elbows, it's just a low push-up. You can come about this low, maybe you come up a little higher, or even all the way down to hover, then release the tops of the feet flat. Inhale, press into your palms, lift your chin, open your heart. A little slight bend in the elbows is okay here, but you can lengthen all the way up if it's available to you. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky, and take 5 deep Ujjayi breaths here. You can pedal the feet, or you can just simply press the heels towards the mat. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, step walker, hop to the top. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Gaze to the belly. Inhale, rise to standing, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, Samastitihi, arms at your sides or hands to your heart center. Let's take it again. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, gaze to your belly. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze out. Exhale, high to low, step or hop it back. Take your low push-up, knees on or off the mat. Inhale, lift your heart. Look up, and then exhale, send your hips back and up. 5 breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reach up, look up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Let's take it one more time through. Sun Salutation A. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, Samastitihi. So traditionally we do 5 Sun Salutation A, 5 Sun Salutation B, but we're going to do 3 Sun A and Sun B today, just so we can get a little bit further and do a little bit more into the seated series as we get later on into the class. So if you feel like you need more Sun Salutation A, go for it. 2 more would be fine, but 3 is the bare minimum. So let's get into our Sun Salutation letter B. Inhale, bend the knees, send the hips back, reach your arms up towards the sky, keep the shoulders back and down, and then tuck that pelvis in. So you pull the belly in, kind of tucking, scooping under, so you're supported and active there. Utkatasana, reach up through the fingertips. You can even lift the toes here. Take another breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway, gaze forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, high to low, on or off the knees. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, hips to the sky. As you send your hips up high, right foot steps forward between your hands. Turn your left heel to the ground. Root into both feet. Inhale, rise up. Reach your arms over your head. You can keep the hands apart. You can even have your elbows bent a little bit if you need to. Or if you want to, you can interlace the fingers. Gaze past the fingertips. Lunge into the right knee and square that left hip forward. Take another breath here. Virabhadrasana, letter A. Exhale, hands come down. Step the right foot back. Take your low push-up. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips up and back. And the left foot comes forward. Back heel down. Inhale, reach up, look up. Warrior A on this side. Square that right hip forward and shift the left hip back. Exhale, hands come down. Step the left foot back. Take your low push-up. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips up and back. 5 breaths. Inhale, raise the heels up, look forward. Exhale, step walker, hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, send your hips back. Reach your arms up towards the sky, Utkatasana. Exhale, stand tall, hands at your heart center or to your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low, step or hop it back. Inhale, lift your heart, look up. Exhale, hips to the sky, right foot comes forward. Back heel down. Inhale, reach up, arms sweep overhead, look up. Exhale, hands down, step the right foot back. Take your high to low push up. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale, hips to the sky, left foot comes forward. Warrior A on this side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down, step back, high to low. Inhale, open and lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths, you guys. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up, look up. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more time through. Inhale, fierce pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hips to the sky, right foot forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down. Step it back, high to low. Inhale, open, move at your own pace. If this is too fast, you can slow it down. Or if you want to move a little quicker with your own breath, go for it. Inhale, warrior A. Exhale, high to low. Inhale. Exhale, 5 breaths. Keep the low belly active. Breathe in huge amounts of oxygen in and out through your nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Should be nice and warm now. That was our 3rd round of Sun Salutation letter B. Again, 3 of Sun A, Sun B, that's the minimum. Usually we do a 5 of Sun A and Sun B, but if we want a little bit more time, which is what I'm trying to go for, give us more time for the end of the class, so shortened it. So step your feet hip width apart, or you can even hop them apart. Hands at your hips. Inhale, lift your heart, look up, take that back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your big toes with your 2 first fingers, your peace fingers, hooking them around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen the backs of your legs, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. So you're pressing your toes into your fingertips and then pulling against them, finding that union opposites. Elbows out to the sides, and your gaze is between your thighs or towards your belly. 5 breaths. Padangusthasana. On that 5th exhale, slide your hands under your feet. Maybe you can bring your toes all the way to your wrists, or you can even bring just the fingertips under. Bend the knees if you need to. You should still feel a good stretch back here, even if your knees are bent. So go to that place where you feel that lengthening the backs of the legs. Then inhale, lift halfway, face forward. Exhale, fold. Once again, gaze between the thighs or towards the belly, Padahastasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, step or hop the feet together. Samasthiti. Let's take the right foot back with your next inhale. Big step back, turn your left foot in and your right foot out, making an L shape with your feet, arms to a T position. Exhale, slide your right hand down your right thigh towards your ankle. Ooh, that felt good. The little pop is so nice, right in the hip. Now here, if you need a block, you can place it in front of the foot, or you can just place your hand on your shin. So whichever works for you here, but if you can reach to the toe, grab the toe. Inhale, lengthen and gaze up past your left fingertips. 5 breaths, Utthita Trikonasana. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, switch your feet. Lengthen out and stretch over that left leg. Again, the hand can come to the shin, or you can use that block here. Or even grab the toe. Take your 5 breaths. Inhale, lengthen up. Keep the low belly active. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Switch your feet. Exhale, right hand to right hip. Square that back foot in just a little bit more so the hips are facing the back of the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, left hand can come down to your shin or again to that block. Inside or outside the foot. Or if you need to bend that knee a little bit here, you can do that. Inhale, keep your gaze past that right shoulder, or you can take your right arm and reach all the way up. Parivrita Trikonasana. 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand to left hip. Inhale, reach the right arm up, square that back bone in a bit. Exhale, right hand down to the shin, or again to that block. Bend the knee if you need to. Just adjust whatever way works for you into that twist. Inhale, gaze past the shoulder or reach up through the fingertips. 5 breaths. Revolve, triangle pose. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, Samasthiti. And always when we come back to the top in Samasthiti, you just want to check in again with your breath, with your bandhas, with everything, just making sure that you're still engaging those energetic locks and also continuously breathing that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, step your right foot back. Switch your feet, left foot in, right foot out. Exhale, bend your right knee. Option 1, forearm on top of the thigh. Option 2, with that block, if you've got it, place your hand onto the block on the inside or even the outside of the foot, or you can bring your hand all the way down to the mat if you're able to lunge that far. Inhale, sweep your left arm up or even over your head into your Utthita Parsvakonasana. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the other side. Forearm to the thigh. Hand to the mat or the block, inside or outside the foot, your choice. Inhale, sweep the right arm over. 5 breaths, extended side angle. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the other side. Bend into the right knee. Parivrita, which means revolve. Parivrita Parsvakonasana. We're going to take this twist. Hands come to your heart on the inhale. Exhale, left forearm on top of the thigh, or you can even hook the elbow to the outside of the thigh. Keeping your palms pressing together, or if you can, reach your left hand down to the floor or to that block. And inhale, extend your right arm up and over your head. If you need to, you can lower that back knee to the mat. and come into your extended side angle. So whichever variation works for you, go there, 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the other side. Take that twist. Again, forearm to the thigh or elbow to the outside. Back heel can be on or off the mat, or even lower that knee down. Inhale, take your variation. 5 breaths. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale, big step back with the right foot. As wide as you can. Turn the toes slightly inward towards the long side of the mat. Again, if you want a little support, you can have your block at ready here for the center. We'll stay upright, we're not down yet. Inhale, reach the arms long. Exhale, fold forward. I'm gonna walk my feet back a little bit more space in front of me. Then inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands back so that your wrists come in line with your heels, and you're kind of pushing your palms, bending at your elbows to draw your head towards the floor. Take 5 breaths here. Prasarita Padottanasana, letter A. Left ear, 5th exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, adjust your feet if you need to. If they slid apart, you need to root back down. Go ahead and do that. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, hands just behind the low back here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Keep your hands at the hips as you draw your head down. Letter B, 5 breaths. Squeeze the thighs, lift the toes if you can. Inhale, rise up nice and slow. Exhale, adjust the feet. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, clasp the hands behind your back and releasing the fingers. Or you can grab opposite elbows. Inhale, draw your knuckles down, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward, letter C. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, adjust the feet. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, letter D. Bind the big toes. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze out. Exhale, fold. Bend at the elbows, draw your head down, 5 breaths. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, rise to standing. Arms to a T. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Samastiti. Inhale, step your right foot back about half the length that you were just at. So not as wide of a step. And then exhale, switching your feet, facing the back of your mat. You can grab opposite elbows here. Option 1. Option 2, pressing the palms together and kind of wiggle them up between, shimmy them up between your shoulder blades. Your hips are square to the back of the mat. Keep the right leg straight. Inhale, lengthen up, open your heart. And then exhale, start to lead with your chest towards your thigh as you lower down. Find your balance. Parsvartanasana. Pyramid pose, 5 breaths. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, keep your hands as they are, switch your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Again, leaning forward, over that thigh. Then the last thing you do is tuck the chin, gaze to the belly, 5 breaths. Engage Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Those are those energetic locks at the base of your spine and your low belly. Inhale, slowly rise to standing. Exhale, releasing the arms and then stepping forward to Samasthiti. All right, with your next inhale, root into your left foot. Raise your right knee up to your chest. So engaging those bandhas, this is what's really going to help you keep your balance in these next two postures. Keeping those bandhas engaged, those energetic locks at the base of your spine and your low belly, and then also where your gaze is going. It's called the drishti. So where your eyes are looking, fix them on something small, a small non-moving point, and keep your gaze there. If you're looking all around, it's going to be a lot harder to balance. So fix your gaze. Inhale, raise the right knee up. Option 1, grab the knee. Option 2, grab the big toe. Or you can go on that exhale. Option 3, extend the leg out. Hold for 5 breaths. Good, exhale, take your right leg to the right, knee bent or not, your option. Whichever it is, letter B. Gaze over your left shoulder, 5 breaths. After your 5th exhale, inhale your right leg to center. Still at the knee bent, that's fine. Exhale, fold over the knee or the straight leg. Inhale, lift your head and heart, keep the leg out in front of you. Hands can come to your hips. 5 breaths, hold it out. Even if the knee is bent, that's fine. Lift it up from the low belly. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, release. Ooh, it's a doozy every time. Okay, let's take it to the opposite side. Root into the right foot. Activate the core. Find your drishti, your gaze, where your eyes are fixed. Inhale, raise the left knee up. Again, grabbing the knee for your first option. Or exhale, bind the toe. And you can stay here or you can extend that leg and hold for 5 breaths. With exhale out to the left, gaze past the right shoulder. With exhale, then inhale back to center. Exhale, grab the foot or the knee and fold. Inhale, keep it lifted, 5 breaths. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, release. Reset. Wherever you're at today in your body is exactly where you're supposed to be. So whether you have that knee bent or the leg straight, if you fell out a bunch of times and you just kept coming back, that's fine. Your practice will be constantly evolving and changing. And that's one of the beautiful things about Ashtanga is that it's pretty much the same every time you come through it, all the way up until the seated posture. So you see that evolution, that change, and you see that growth. So keep coming back, even if you fall down 100 times. Get right back up, try again. Let's move into the next balancing pose, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. It's our half-bound lotus intent stretch. I'll show you from the front. So you root into that left foot. Inhale, option 1, ankle on top of the thigh, making a figure 4 with the legs. Or option 2, kind of pulling that foot into the crease of the hip. So if this does not work for you or doesn't feel good to your body, you can take the ankle to the thigh, or you can even have it down here if you're finding it really wobbly and unstable. And option 5, or whatever option we're at now, Use the wall if you need to with any of these balancing poses, or a chair or something to help you so you feel pretty confident if you're really worried about falling over and over again. Wall, chair, here, here, or here. Exhale, take the right arm behind your back. And here's where that towel can come in handy, or that strap. So if you can't bind the foot, but you want to work on the bind is not necessary. It doesn't make you a yoga master if you can bind. It's just another way to intensify the stretch and to have more awareness and flexibility in your body if that's something that you want to work on. So with the towel, same thing like I'm doing here, wrap it around the foot and then pull with the hand if you can't reach all the way to the foot. And then once you're there, inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, fold forward. Now take your time coming down. You can use the block here to reach to if you can't reach all the way to the floor. If you're finding it difficult enough to be standing and balancing doing this, just stand and work on your balance there. But if you can come down, take 5 breaths, gaze towards the belly. On your 5th exhale, bend into the left knee, stabilizing that leg. Inhale, rise up, extend the right leg out in front of you, hold it there. Exhale, release the right foot. Ooh, let's do it on the other side. Okay, so if you're going to use that towel or the strap, get it ready. Root into the right foot, always starting with that standing leg. Inhale, take the left ankle again to the outside of the shin, or keeping the toe on the floor, up on top of the thigh for figure 4, or bending that knee. And you may find that it's different from one side of the body to the next. So if the bind on one side works and it doesn't on the other, don't force it. Listen to your body. Let's just go down on your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. And sometimes when you get down here, it's easier to bind. So you may find that once you've folded, that you're able to actually take that bind, even if you couldn't while you were standing. Something to play with. Take your 5 breaths. Fifth exhale, bend into that right knee. Inhale, slowly rise up. Engage, lift. Exhale, release. Nice, let's come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, bend your knees, send your hips back low, reach your arms to the sky. Take 5 breaths in Utkatasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, high to low. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, hips to the sky. Step your right foot forward. Turn your back heel down, root into the feet. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana A, 5 breaths. With exhale, lunge a little deeper. Inhale, keep your gaze up and your arms up. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right foot in and your left foot out. Exhale, bend into your left knee. Warrior A on the opposite side, 5 breaths. With exhale, lunge a little further. Inhale, open your arms out to a T. Warrior letter B, 5 breaths. With exhale, lunge a little further. Inhale, keep your arms up. Switch your feet, left foot in, right foot out. Exhale, lunge into the right knee, 5 breaths. Deep breathing. Good, exhale, lunge a little further, then take the hands down, step back, high to low. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky. We'll show you a couple of variations with our jump through. Option 1, walk it. Sit down, shoot the legs through. Option 2, kind of step it up or jump it up. Crossing the ankles, coming to seated, and then swinging the legs through. Or option 3, jumping through. And if you'd like to use the blocks for this, sometimes it can be handy just to get a little bit more height for that jump through. But if you don't have blocks, you can try this without the blocks as well. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bounce the spring pad. Rooting into those palms and those feet, the balls of your feet, the bottoms of your feet, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, swing it through. If your ankles cross and touch the floor, that's pretty good. If you want to swing through, crossing the ankles, it's really challenging to do the other option, which is straight legs all the way. It's almost basically a handstand, and then you float the legs through. But we'll just start with these 3 options first. So coming into Dandasana, staff position. Legs are straight, hands beside your hips. And we want to press the palms into the mat, lengthening the spine, tuck the chin, exhaling. Inhale to lengthen. Take your 5 breaths. Squeeze your thighs. You're rooting down to the palms. As you lengthen up through the back of the neck, pressing out through your heels and your tailbone in opposite directions. Fifth exhale, release. Inhale, wiggle the hips apart. Reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Find the big toes. This is letter A for Paschimottanasana, or intense stretch of the west. The west is represented by your back. So as you bind those big toes, inhale, lengthen. If you can't do this with straight legs, do it with bent knees. So if you're here, or again, if that towel or strap, you want to use that, that's an option for you as well. So we want to lengthen up, and then exhale, fold forward, elbows out to the sides. So whatever you need in order to get that stretch through the backs of the legs and your hamstrings, go for it. Inhale, and then exhale, fold, take 5 breaths. Before you look up, inhale, wrap your hands around the outsides of your feet, or exhale, I guess. Wrap the hands around the outsides of the feet. Then inhale, lift up halfway. So our next one, letter B, it's the same forward fold, except the stretch should be felt more on the outside of the legs into the ITB and the sciatic nerve. And the way we accomplish that is just by pressing the tops of the feet, where the big toes are with your, I'll try to show you from here. Your thumb should be right under your big toe on the top of your foot. And then as you're pressing the thumbs in and pulling the outsides of the feet apart, kind of like this, taking your feet and going this way with them, that's where you get that stretch when you fold forward. So inhale, lengthen again. Even if the knees are bent, that's okay. And then exhale, fold forward. Again, on that last exhale, before you look up, see if you can wrap your hands around behind the feet. If you're super flexible, maybe you take a block or 2 blocks to reach really far if you want to challenge your flexibility. But if you can, just wrap the hands around the outsides of the feet. Then inhale, lengthen, lift. Exhale, fold, 5 breaths. And then after your last exhale, inhale, rise up. So every posture in Ashtanga Vinyasa Primary series is pretty much a forward bend and a back bend and a pose and then a counter pose. So from this intense stretch of the west, which we represent with our back, we go to intense stretch of the east, which is the front of our body. So our hands come behind the bottom, just about a couple inches. Your option number one here is to bend the knees. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky, squeezing the back body, taking 5 breaths into Purvottanasana. You can extend the legs all the way if you'd like. Lift and breathe. Exhale, release back down. Now we go into our vinyasa. So anytime I say vinyasa, we're going into this kind of half sun salutation, and it always starts with our boat pose. So we begin with Navasana boat, and then exhale. If you want to use the blocks for this, you can bring them close beside you, but slightly in front of your hips. I'll scoot forward a little bit because I'm going to swing the legs back. So once we get here, inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, cross the ankles. And just try this once or a couple of times with or without the blocks. Drawing the chest and the thighs close together. Not just your upper body is working here. Engage the core. So as you inhale, pressing into the hands, kind of rock forward. See if you can lift your bottom off the floor. Let's try that again. Inhale. Exhale. So without the blocks. Inhale. Exhale. You might not come up as high, and maybe your bottom doesn't even come off the floor, and that's okay. Just work on this without putting your feet down. Because if you put your feet down, your feet stay here. If you just lift your bottom up all day, you won't have any problem. But what we're training is those muscles in our core to try and lift the bottom off the mat, even while the feet are up. So even if your bottom doesn't come up, just work on lifting up, even if you don't get off the floor. And then exhale, roll over the ankles. And you can step or jump the feet back to take your vinyasa. And then you can walk it through, or you can lower the knees and swing the legs around, or you can jump through. However you want to come back into our seated position for the next seated pose. But that's our vinyasa, that's our half sun salutation. Okay, so once you get back through, we take it into Janusirsasana, letter A. So letter A, we bring that right foot in to the left inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. With or without the strap. Exhale, you can grab around that foot or ankle. If you have the strap or towel, you can use it. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Take your 5 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch the legs. Left foot to that right inner thigh. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Again, catch the wrist or wrap the hand around the foot or the ankle, or use that strap if you need it. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold, 5 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, extend that left leg. Take your half vinyasa, whichever variation you like. Lift, and you can alternate the ankle crossing. Inhale, bump up. Exhale, rock and roll it over, or swing it all the way through. Jump back or step back. Good, now Janusirsasana, letter B. Kind of the same position with the legs, right foot tucked in. So scoot back a little bit. So this, we're gonna lift the hips and kind of set the right heel right at the base of your spine, at your perineum, or just right at the base of your spine. I don't know how else to say it, you know what I'm talking about. Right in the middle of all the junk, that's where you want it to be. So you have this straight line from the top of your head shooting down, and you're on top of that heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Grab the ankle or the foot or the wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, switch the legs. So if I show you from the front, which may be a little easier to see, lift up and then sit kind of right on the top of that heel. You'll have to feel it out in your body, but it should be kind of right at the base of your spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, 5 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, extend the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale, rock and roll it. Jump it back, vinyasa. Jumping through. Coming back to seated. Now letter C in my body is pretty challenging. So Janu Sirsasana, letter C. I have to use a block in order to get the foot in the right position. It's really all about your anatomy and the way that your bones are shaped. So it's not so much about flexibility than anatomy, I think, in this posture, really any posture, honestly. But just see how it feels and don't force anything. So for letter C, bring the right knee bent, and then take the ball of your foot, and it should be flat on the floor, ideally, and the heel should be pointing straight up. So as you can see in my foot, if you look at the side view, that's just not going to happen. Also, this knee is supposed to be on the floor, and your butt's supposed to be still on the ground. So in order to show you the position that they want you to have, I have to sit on a block, and then it's still not even exactly right in my body. So I'm almost there here, but not quite, because this knee is way off the ground. Ideally, your foot is like completely perpendicular to your thigh. It's crazy. Letter C in Janu Sirsasana. What? It's something that you can work on, and over time maybe you'll get a little bit more flexibility. Some people may just go right there right away, but it is just never going to happen in my body just because of the way my body's shaped and made in my bones. So do the best you can. If you need that prop, go for it. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. And you can see the difference. If you even look up pictures of people in this pose, it's like kind of wacky. You can see just how different it is for every single body. It doesn't mean that you're a better or worse yogi. It just means that your body is different. And some days it may be easier to come into a posture like this, and some days it's way harder. So you just always have to listen to your own body. Inhale, back up. Exhale, release the leg. Inhale, opposite side. And this side's even harder for me. Play with it. Maybe you're popping right into it. Cool, good for you. If you're having trouble with it, just do the regular Janu Sirsasana, letter A. You don't have to work all this funky stuff, but I just kind of wanted to show you some different variations. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Take your vinyasa, whatever that is for you. Maybe you just work on the bump up for right now, and that's your vinyasa. You don't have to do the whole chaturanga. You can even do, this is your vinyasa, just a couple of cat-cow stretches seated. So that's also an option for you. Another thing you do is just come to your breath and wait. Give yourself a breath or two and then reset with the next pose. Lots of variations in Ashtanga. So from our Janu Sirsasana, letter C that we just finished, we're going to Martyasana, letter A. Bend the right knee, place the right foot flat on your exhale. Drop the right shoulder, show you from the front. Drop the right shoulder to the inside of your right thigh as low as you can. And inhale, wrapping the right arm around, kind of bringing the back of your hand to your hip. And then sweep your left arm behind you, see if you can bind. So from the side, it kind of looks like this. And this is, again, where that strap or towel comes in handy if you can't reach your hands. Maybe you're here. wherever you're at, just go as far as you can into the bind. Then inhale, lift your heart, and exhale, fold forward. So if you're breathing and those bandhas engaged and everything, you're pulling the low belly in, engaging from Mula Bandha, all that, and you're breathing that Ujjayi breath, you should feel this really opening up through your back body. Stretching into the low back. Good, and after your last exhale, inhale, rise up. Exhale, switch sides. Show you from this side. Inhale, draw the shoulder down. Exhale, reach around, bind. With or without the strap if you need it, or a towel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Flexing that opposite leg. The foot is flexed, the leg is active. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the legs. Take your vinyasa, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's that jump through. I'm going to check our time. Oh man, we're running out of time. Okie dokie. So, now that we've done our Janu Sirsasana and our Martyasana letter A, let's go to Martyasana letter C, flexing that left foot, right knee is bent, right foot by your side. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, wrap the elbow to the outside of your right thigh, or you can just wrap the arm around your shin. Inhale, lengthen and gaze past the right shoulder, 5 breaths. Another fun little thing to try here is that bind on this side. Again, wrapping that forearm around the shin, see if you can reach for the hand or that strap or towel. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the legs. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take that twist. 5 breaths, with or without the bind. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the legs. Let's go right into our Navasana boat and hold it there. 5 breaths. Exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the legs back up. 5 breaths. Exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale. Inhale, 5 breaths. One more time. Exhale, cross. Inhale, bump. Exhale, and rock and roll it over. Take your vinyasa. Come through to seated. Once you come down to seated, bend your knees, lower your back all the way down onto the mat. Arms at your sides. Inhale, lift your hips. Take 5 breaths here. Bridge pose. Exhale, release down. You can take that same posture again, your same bridge pose, just the hips coming up, or you can go into your wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, or upward bow. Elbows pointing towards the sky, wrists about the same height as your forehead, in line with your forehead. As you press into your hands and your feet, inhale, lift up. 5 breaths. Gently coming down if you're in that wheel to the back of the head. And then inhale, hug the knees into your shoulders and exhale, rock up. Let's take a forward fold, about 5 to 10 breaths here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Longer, deeper breaths now. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come onto your back. Inhale, draw the knees to your chest. Option 1, supporting at the hips. You can lengthen the legs kind of slightly over your head, or you can lift up even higher those legs towards the sky. 5 to 10 breaths. Exhale, gently lower the legs straight over your head. Coming into Halasana, plow pose. If this does not work for you, that's okay. Just keep the legs up and you can just feel that rush of blood flowing down from your feet towards your chest, towards your head. But this is one of the most intense forward fold stretches in all of yoga. So listen to your body and honor where you're at. And then from here, bending your knees if it's available and bringing them towards the ears into Karna Padasana. So your hands can stay here for support. 5 breaths. Or if that's too much, just bring them here or even here, wherever you can go with those knees. And then exhale, gently lower down. Nice and easy. Roll it down slow onto your back. Stretch your legs out long, coming into Matsyasana, fish pose. So arms at your sides, or you can support your low back with your hands, palms facing down, kind of underneath your tailbone like this, for your fish pose. Inhale, lift your chest to the sky. Allow the top of your head to drop back. Take 5 breaths here. And gently lower the back of your head. Hug your knees into your chest. Take both of your knees over to the right side of your mat for a spinal twist. Lengthen and elongate your breath. Just longer, deeper breathing here. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Twist on this side. Inhale to center. Exhale, release your legs onto your mat. Allow your whole body to completely relax as you take rest in Shavasana, coming back to your natural breath. Just release here. deep breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, you can slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your ankles and your wrists. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side on your back. Roll over onto one side. Rest there for a few breaths. Slowly rise up to a seated position. Your hands at your heart center. Take a few moments just to reflect on your practice. Observing any positive energy or good thoughts that came from your practice today. And then sending that positive energy and loving kindness out. May all beings everywhere be happy. May all beings everywhere be peaceful. May all beings everywhere be free from pain and suffering. May all beings be happy. Be happy. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each of you. Namaste.